Hey everybody, so it's Sparrow. Welcome back to my channel. I'm downstairs with the natural lighting that you guys liked all so much, and I also have two dogs with me right now, so if you hear a bunch of whining, jingling, things like that, it's tiny little creatures. Here, come here, stop it, tiny creature, come here. I'll show you. This is Trouble. I don't remember if I've showed you the dog. This is Trouble. He is the baby of the family. He's mean and everything. But he just really likes attention, so he's a noisemaker. And then my bigger dog, this is my Bubba, my Shatsy. He is anxious and also very loving, but he is a chronic adjuster and heavy-footed, so you might hear him too. So we're gonna be semi-alone here as I get ready. Hey everybody, welcome back. This is a kind of what's new, get ready with me kind of video, and we're talking about the Ordinary Coverage Foundation. So this is the high coverage foundation formula from the Ordinary. If you guys haven't seen, probably because I haven't posted it on the channel yet, but I do have the Ordinary Serum Foundation. The Serum Foundation is a lightweight formula, so it's supposed to be like really thin, and it's usually they're lighter coverage. I have them both in 3.1Y. They both come in the same kind of box. I've been using this one, so obviously no box. So let's go ahead and just open this one right now. And so this is the coverage foundation from the Ordinary. As you can see, it looks exactly like the serum. Sorry about that. There you go. So you can see. But for some reason, the coverage one kind of looks like it's a little more olive, while the serum looks more warm. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but they look a little bit different. In comparison, this is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in maple, and they're about the same in color. If you can see this, let me show you the box properly, which is usually what I kind of base things off of. Is if I have a foundation that matches me, I just use it to match everything else. Same with my Lancome Tonsettle Ultra 24-Hour Makeup In. This one I believe is the 460 Suede W. Again, Suede W means warm, so this is the warm formulation I wear, and this has been my summer shade. I wear the 450 and then correct with 460, or I wear the 460 and correct with 450 in the center of my face, if you guys don't remember from my older videos. So today we're going to pair this formula, we're going to pair it with my regular routine. I'm not going to change anything, I'm not going to do anything different. I know with the serum foundation, I tried it, regularly, and then I did change it in the video. I did change the routine, so I'm trying to actually be good about not doing that. So we're gonna go ahead and just start now. Today's eyes are gonna be the Lorac Mega Pro 3. I bought mine at an absurdly high price, like I say all the time. I don't want to talk about it, but since it's coming back into like the world, the YouTube sphere, I feel like, okay, good thing. I can like use it and don't feel bad because if you like the looks I'm doing, you're gonna be able to do it. Go ahead and moisturize. But step on some moisturize. It's oily combo skin, honestly, because oily is obviously in my T-zone, so my forehead, my nose especially, and then a little bit around the upper lip and around my chin. Those are gonna get oily, but my cheek here and here and like the sides of my forehead stay relatively matte. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do my concealing, and actually I'm gonna start with my brows because I've been doing my brows last recently, and I feel like they don't look as clean and sharp as I usually like. Anyway, so I've been using the heck out of this NARS Soft Matte Concealer. I use the shade in Medium Dark 2 Caramel, and I'm just gonna use it all over my eye area. But before I put that on, because I always do this, literally every time I do my makeup I do this, I'm gonna go ahead and prime my face and eye area. For primer, I'm gonna be using the Too Faced 24-Hour Shadow Insurance Eye Primer, and that's because it's really nice, and also it's the only eye primer I have right now that's still on the market versus like other eye primers that I like. I don't wanna like really gas you guys up with something that I don't have and you can't buy. I'm gonna apply this all over the eye area. When you're done rubbing it, it should feel kind of tacky, but not sticky. I like this Too Faced primer though. It's really good at just being really smooth and creamy. For the face, we're gonna be using the Milk Blur Stick. Blur Stick is like one of those things in makeup that people either hated or loved. Personally, for someone with oily skin and mild pore problems, this thing will blur your face. Like, putting it on, I always feel like, oh my god, like all the texture in my skin that was there before I started, you know, doing anything, it kind of just disappears. So we're gonna go ahead now and finally start with concealing my eye area. The reason why is because the soft matte blends out best, to me personally, on top of bare skin. So I'm taking the soft matte on this weird shaped Morphe brush that is dunked up with more concealer because I don't wash it after every use. I'm just gonna pop it onto my under eye area. I'm also gonna take it and then take it underneath my eyebrow. Cleaning it up. Alright, so I know everything looks really crazy. We're okay. I'm gonna use this small stipple brush from e.l.f. I use it for two different things, my contour, and sometimes I use it for this. I like it. It is a small stipple brush, and I use it for blending out my under eye concealer and on top of my eyelid and everything. And it blends it so softly, like it doesn't pull or tug on the eye a lot. And sometimes I just like it better than using a beauty blender. So now that you see me like this, you're like, what the? Don't worry, this is not the final result of all my makeup. Now normally we'd all be like, all right, now rush and set your under eye, but now we have to put on foundation. So we're taking the coverage foundation. I had to re-look at the bottle just to make sure I'm grabbing the right one. I'm gonna go ahead and pump it out on my hand. So the formula is still runny. It's definitely a little bit thicker than the serum one. I'm gonna actually take one of my favorite brushes. This is the Love is the Foundation brush from It Cosmetics. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it right here on my jawline first, just because that is where I tend to be the warmest anyway, is going into my neck. Go ahead and look at this. Now let's go back to this. We're going in, definitely warmer. Like my favorite foundation brush, guys, is this. And just carefully bringing it up. I dipped it in one time. I just want to see how far did I want me to dip take me, and it's pretty far up. The coverage doesn't have, not seeing any cakiness, not seeing any like, you know, problematic kind of stuff going on with the skin as I apply it. Some full coverage foundation, they'll give you problems with trying to keep, you know, a relatively skin-like finish. Full coverage and skin finish don't go together like that. Alright, what do you guys think? I'm feeling, it's a little dark. It feels a little dark when it's the coverage. I'm going into my neck a little harder than I normally would because normally I don't care. But I feel like I'm really gold. If I can, let me back out a little bit. Like in this lighting, I look fine, but on camera, but in person, I feel like I'm a little too golden. So we still have highlighting to kind of correct it all up. Because usually my foundation on that matches my jawline to neck and chest area doesn't match the center of my face anyway. So that's why you have to highlight and contour. So two ways I can handle this. I could take my Lancome Tensile foundation stick in 450 Suede N and put it in the center of my face, but because I want to not incorporate another foundation for right now, and normally I haven't been, I'm actually just gonna highlight with NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and this one is also in caramel, and I'm just gonna take it in a highlight and contour style fashion all over the face. I'm just gonna go ahead and blend out the Radiant Creamy to make a kind of, you know, lighter center of my face, because that's what we need right now when we have really overdone the darkness. Like the color isn't wrong, but it's a little dark when it's by itself, which is why I have to do this. Like if I don't do this, then the foundation's just, it's gonna look wrong. But the problem is, because this and this match, I can't say it's a wrong shade. Like that's my problem. But I'm happy that they have a really good, like their warm isn't too warm. It's just warm enough that I can wear it and not have to worry about like it coming off orangish. Like I don't feel like I'm gonna look like the annoying orange or the annoying orange that's in the office. Just I look like, you know, me. I use the butt of the beauty blender to kind of get everything harsh edges, especially on camera. Camera picks up shit I don't even pick up in real life. So okay. So far, so good. What I noticed when I was walking to the bathroom is that I feel like I got some brush strokes. I don't know That was not that application. I'm just gonna try to fix it. It looked like some of it kind of built up where I was rubbing it in. Like the first couple strokes I fucked it up. It just looks pretty good. I'm gonna just, I feel like I have harsh edges around my skin, and I feel like it's just because I was like, I haven't used this brush in a while. Now I'm gonna look up and make sure that my under eye is blended out, because I'm gonna set it with powder. This is the e.l.f. Cosmetics highlighting brush, and I'm gonna take it into the RCMA powder that's in this different container. There's a lot here. I'm gonna take a little bit of it on the brush, got everywhere. I'm gonna take it in the lid and swirl it around. It's like that. The lid was empty before this, tap it. Now you can take it under your eye. If you're doing it like I am, where I take literal least that I can, and then just pat it down onto the area, like your highlight's gonna stay a highlight. And even if it does give me a white cast, we still have a second setting powder to go into, just to really seal the deal. Take a little bit on my eyelids. So now that I look like a really ashy girl, my skin is flawless for some reason, we're gonna go ahead and actually put on a powder that looks like skin. We're gonna take the Maybelline Fit Me Loose. So taking this little big fluffy brush and just buffing it over the skin. I'm not really trying to get a specific look. I am gonna take it over some of the areas where I have the white, because I want that to not be so goddamn light. I really like the fact that this powder isn't heavy, so when I put it on, I don't get a cake look. Putting the white thing makes me darker, but it also gives you, like, you can see my face is actually pretty balanced. And just patting it in, whatever's left on the brush, patting it in. It's still leaving the sheen of the foundation, like it's not completely mattifying it, it's just setting it in place, which I like about this powder. Alright, so let's move on to the eyes. For the rest of the face, you can use whatever you want. I'm gonna use my favorite bronzer ever. This is the Too Faced Dark Chocolate Soleil bronzer, as you can tell by this pan. I love it so much. And I'm also going to use my favorite glowy bronzer, because glow is life. So go ahead, tap off the excess, and first start with the Too Faced Dark Chocolate Soleil. In case you have too much of the white powder, or maybe you didn't blend all the white out, you really want to make sure that you, one, do that, and two, bronzer just gives the face a warm glow. After taking the matte bronzer all over, I'm going to switch to my Melt Cosmetics Digital Dust Highlighter / Bronzer in Nova. You can see, blinding, not so blinding. And I again use it as a bronzer, so I'm going to take the same bronzer brush into that. Glitter particles, and I'm going to take it over the cheek portion of this. And I'm mad at myself because I picked up the glowy one and I forgot to do my nose. See? Naturally sculpted, not too much. For blush, my favorite blush of the hour right now is Amaretto from the Becca Cosmetics Champagne Splits with Jaclyn Hill. This blush is perfect for just a flush of color on the skin, but nothing too much, just like color. So first, I'm actually gonna start with Luxie Honey Child, my favorite peachy highlighter. The thing is, I think it's a little too peachy for this. I did break it and had to repress it, but it still glows just as hard as it did before. First, highlighting here. Alright, now that we've highlighted with Honey Child, which is very nice, I just want a little more gold to my glow. I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit of Prosecco Pop. We want to really glow. You gotta just top it with a little bit extra highlighter on the cheeks. Nothing too crazy. I'm gonna also put a little bit of Prosecco right in these under my eyebrows. I put Honey Child and I felt like, okay, we need to line a little harder here. Good. Program, line them. Alright, so I'm gonna use a little tiny brush from the Morphe set, and I'm gonna take it into pink bronze. Looks cute today. I'm gonna take a little bit in the pink bronze and go ahead and just highlight my inner corner. I think inner corner highlight is the most important part of your eye makeup, because it's the thing that kind of like ties it all together, while at the same time separating like this period of your eye look from the other. And I really am, ooh, pink bronze is really pretty. Like, it goes really well with Sequoia. That's what's killing me right now. You see it? Now kind of just turn Sequoia all the way up. Right, like this pink bronze in the inner corners, I like it a lot. I'll bring it up a little bit more on this eye though, because it does look a little low compared to the other eye. I'm going to take the Matte Magic Misting Set from e.l.f. and just spray the face down. Closing all my powder products first, because that's why they all look bad. So, for my mascaras, I use two drugstore ones. I use the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise, and then I'm also going to keep topping it off with the Maybelline New York Rocket Volume Express. The Rocket Volume is more of a separating mascara, while this one is more of a volumized, like boom. They both do the same thing, but together they are bomb, and I love this one on my lower lashes. So we're just going to go ahead and do that right now, and then I'll show you my lip product. Then if we top it off while it's still kind of wet and tacky, doesn't have to be dry, with the Rocket Volume with a custom bent wand, because I roll like that. So now you can see really fluffy lashes. So I'm just gonna do the other eye real quick, and I'm gonna actually take out camera. Alright, now that all my lashes are coated, I'm gonna show you the NARS Power Matte Lip Pigment. This is an amazing liquid lipstick from NARS Cosmetics. I like that you can see the color and the side of the packaging and everything. I also think this really pointy applicator is pretty damn tight. But the fact of the matter is that it's $29, so unless you like NARS or like a color like I did, this color is Slow Ride, you don't have to buy these. Now it does not dry matte fast. It does not dry down fast. I'm gonna admit that right now. Like it's just not gonna do it, okay? It's just not going. It's just not going. So let me go ahead and back you guys so you can just see the full look with me and my bonnet.
You never know what's around the next corner. So life is just always mysterious.
Bitch, yes. So let me look at the foundation one more time. I don't know if I'm gonna do check-ins just because this is a first impression, but my first impression is it's not heavy. It gives me that same feeling that the regular serum does, where it's lightweight on the skin. Like I don't feel like, oh my god, I have so much foundation on, but it gave me way more coverage than this one. But honestly, like this one's gonna give you a really thin coverage. This one gave me a nice full, like it was instant pigment. I do see a lot of my nose texture is emphasized, but I think that's just because the last time I exfoliated my nose has been a while. Now both of these are 1 fluid ounce and they're $6.80. So this is 2 foundations for like $14 basically, right? 1 bottle of my Lancome Tensarol, which I'm not comparing these like in formula terms. That would be for the fuck is video, but for the Lancome Tensarol, I'm paying $47 a bottle for my perfect match. These are my perfect match. For this is the Too Faced Born This Way. This is like $39. Yes, $39, and that's a perfect match. This is the cheapest thing I have right now is this. Besides these, are the e.l.f. foundation from, and this isn't even a full fluid ounce, and it's $6, so cheaper, but they have such an abysmal shade range in like regular Targets that I just Then I have like my foundation sticks over here, which are like at least an ounce. My foundation sticks, $42 each, and these I just have to have a concealer to fix the colors up. I'm not saying that these are better or worse than any of these foundations. I'm not gonna say that yet because this is not a fucking video. I'm just saying that when you're shopping at these, that price tag is going to attract you. There is an infographic, which I'll try to insert like here-ish. There is an infographic that shows you all the different, like the correlation from these to like MAC foundations, because most people know their MAC shade for some reason. I am MAC NC50 for the summer. In winter, I lighten up, so that's why these will probably be put in, like, I'll wear less. Maybe I'm just gonna wear the serum, I'll wear the coverage and then a lot more concealer, or I will go back into my 450 stick and fix it all up together. If you can't see the infographic that I'm gonna post, I'm gonna just have it down below, actually in the box below. But anyway, I've been yammering on too long. If you like me and all the stuff that I do, you can go ahead and subscribe today. Share this video with your friends, you know, let them know that I'm here posting videos, working on stuff. If you like me and you want to kind of hang out with me more, I'm on Instagram at SoIt'sSparrow, and then I'm also on Twitter again at SoIt'sSparrow. I work a lot. My video posting schedule is still haphazard, so I'm not going to tell you what days I post, but you do know that I make anti-hauls, first impressions like this one, sometimes reviews to follow up with that first impression, and then I also do tutorials sometimes kind of like this one. If you want to see something specific, go ahead and leave that down in the comments below. I read all comments. If you leave spam, I will delete your spam, so you know, life. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye.